kickoff to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the UCF Knights offense will get the first crack at it here. Here he comes, and anytime this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors, be versatile in lineup.
Deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to image, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is...
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Knights will punt it away on 4th down.
But he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing guys away.
Offense set on 1st down.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. First down here for the offense. They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Now improvising. He'll get rid of it. It's complete. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Looking to move it through the air. Dances away to buy time. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pocket starts to collapse. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Defense.
So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the result of the play will stand. Alabama trying to convert this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. How about this crowd rattling the rafters and trying to help their defense? Give to the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Brown wants to pass. They're working that left side. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Knights will hustle to the line. On third down, going up top. He will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's Adams. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness.
He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Now the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Hudson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick. The earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He'll set up to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Harvey. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. They got it to him out in the flat, but a sure tackle and the big stop there for this defense.
Man, those aren't easy tackles. You know, you're stretched out wide, you're running a long way to come up and make a tackle, but great job by the defense, seeing it, reacting, getting the guy on the ground quickly.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do it.
And this pressure, another sack.
Man, as a defense, you're salivating in this territory. You want to get that safety. You want to put your hands over your head, clasp them together. I got him in the end zone. Nice job by the defense being ready, rushing the quarterback, almost getting the safety.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
Wide open downfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense lining up for a 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going for it all. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And they'll drag him. 1st down. Return on the interception.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Line gets set, 1st down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Fires on the move. He's got an open man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Lets it fly. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often. No gain on 1st down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. Quarterback floating away from pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. He'll throw it. That's reeled in. It's Williams. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires downfield. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
That's caught. It's Williams. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The sweet feet keeping it alive. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. 1st down here for the offense. Pass to the receiver. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So after the 1st down run, here's 2nd down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Knights in the hurry.
I love the start for this quarterback on third down. Third down, obviously money down. Got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, you trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and got a lot of confidence.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Grab behind the line. It's Pittman. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Knights will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Running it back, it's down after the return at the 27-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Starting to feel a little pressure. The sure hands, it's Williams. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. 2nd down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Williams. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Extending the play. Throwing right. Fires and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.